What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Reality Pill. Today we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
Hello. Let's see. Zoe, you know better. Hello.
Hi. Hi,
How are
Kevin.
you?
I'm
Hi,
good.
what's your first name?
My name is Easter.
What's going on, Island?
Easter.
Island?
My name is Easter.
Island.
So this is my, yeah. What's
Go
that?
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm new to this show and it's my first time to call. Um, my my friend recommended me to watch your show. At first I was hesitant because of course I don't know you and like why should I be listening, so but then I was curious and then I tried to watch. It was good.
Okay. Do you have hey guys, get the contributions of. Do you have something? Do you own a pet?
No.
All right. Today's show is about pet ownership.
I don't have dog, I don't have pet.
Okay. What were you calling? What did you want to? Then what do you have for me?
So I'm single and feminine, 40 years old, danger zone, I know.
No. You're beyond danger zone. You're in no man's land.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just want to know how can I improve myself and get a high value man.
You how can you improve yourself? Is that what you said?
Yes, how can I get a high value man?
Oh,
I know that.
okay. Hold on. Okay. Are you where are you? Where do you live?
So I am in Canada, Toronto, Canada, and I'm
Okay.
Filipina.
All right. So why do you need a high value man?
Because I considered myself a high value woman.
Okay. That's fine. But why do
Yes,
you need a high value man?
because I think high value men, um, like they can provide for family.
Okay. Do you have any children?
No.
At 40 years old, do you plan on having children?
Yes.
How many?
Two
Huh?
or three if I can.
Okay.
2 or 3 if I can.
Okay.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. At 40 years old, you know you're in high risk pregnancy zone, right?
Yes, I know.
All right.
But I am healthy and I'm doing.
Okay. I'm just being just laying it out. Just and what do you do for a living?
So I am a nanny. I'm taking care of kids right now.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. High value men in general typically don't marry 40-year-old nannies. They typically marry 21-year-old nannies.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest factor is going to be appearance. So, how tall are you?
5.
5?
Yes.
5 what? 5 feet?
Just 5. Yeah, 5 feet.
Okay. Okay. What's the dress size?
4, 6.
Mm-hmm. And what would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? Just your face. You cannot use 7.
8.
8?
Yes.
So you put yourself up there with Beyonce.
Sure.
Is that no? I mean,
Okay.
I'm trying to be. I take my. I know a lot of times ladies are calling my show and they're kind of half playing, half serious, but I take my show very seriously. So,
Okay.
I mean, an 8 means you're, pretty.
Mm-hmm.
beautiful is a 9, and gorgeous is a 10.
Okay.
Have you ever
Where do I
modeled
rank?
before? Huh? Excuse
Where
me?
do I rank?
No, and it matters, ma'am, because it matters at how you estimate yourself. Because why haven't you got married to this point?
I don't find a man that I like. I mean, I have some before, but they didn't work.
Who controls access to marriage, ma'am? Women or men?
Men.
Right. And if you want a high value man, and if you rank yourself as an 8, why hasn't a man of means come by and made him married you?
Oh, so because of my working experience and
What
like
about
I
your working
traveled,
experience? Nobody, no,
so I
ma'am, no, ma'am. High value,
yes,
you're not a millionaire nanny.
no,
So, what do you respect
all
your? Listen, please. Your work
sure.
experience is not a reason for a high value man if you were what you say you are to not marry you.
No, it's not about that.
It sounds to me as though you massively overestimate your sexual marketplace value. You're
Yeah,
40 and a nanny.
mm, what I mean is, I traveled from one place to another, from Philippines to
I
different
g- I
countries.
understand what you mean, ma'am.
So,
I get
so
it.
meaning, okay,
I
so
understand that.
meaning that I don't find a man like, let's say I work in Hong Kong as a nanny, and like I don't maybe
Ma'am, you're not the
maybe
ma'am. Let me just go ahead and cut to
okay,
the chase.
okay,
You're average looking at best. Average.
okay.
Okay. You're a 40-year-old average looking woman. And I don't understand why you would and average people get average people.
Okay,
But you want a high value man, a man who makes a lot of money.
sure.
Yeah, but why would he want you? That's a fair question. Why would he want you when he can go get a younger, hotter woman?
Oh, I'm a special woman, and
Okay.
I have
What
something
makes you so
special.
special?
What Kevin is doing here might sound harsh, but it's not cruelty, it's realism. He's exposing the silent consequence of extreme independence. Many modern women have been taught that being alone is strength, but strength without connection becomes fragility over time. When Kevin brings up hospitals, life insurance, and the reality of dying unnoticed, he's forcing her to see the parts of life no one glamorizes. This isn't about romance, it's about survival. Because independence feels empowering at 30, but it can become isolation at 60.
Oh, I know how to cook. I cook well.
Okay.
I'm very friendly and family oriented, and I'm
Hmm.
very um, um, I'm encourager.
Great. Then a woman with all those traits, if you were what you if your sexual marketplace looks and stuff were what you think they should be, then it doesn't matter where you travel. Men of means would have found you and offered to marry you by now.
Right?
You're not that, ma'am. You're average looking. And the
Yeah.
things you're talking about, no disrespect, ma'am, they're not that special.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to get you to understand is, do you own a car?
Nope.
Have you ever owned a car?
No.
Did you go to college?
Yes.
Did you graduate?
Yes.
All right. So, but you know what cars are. If you owned a car, you're asking for 4 or 5 times more than the car that you own is worth. The
Okay.
problem isn't the people you're trying to sell the car to. The problem is you're asking too much for the car. At 40
Okay.
years old, the likelihood of you being able to have 3 children is exceedingly rare. And even if you can, if you found a guy today You'd be 41 before you got married and started having kids.
Yes.
Why would a man that has money want to have a woman like that when he can go get a 25-year-old who's not nearly as picky?
No.
Yeah, I think a lot of you women come in and talk about high value men to set the bar high so when you can't get it, you can say, well, there were just no men on my level. Versus saying, I just want an average, decent man with good character. See, that's far easier to find. But see,
Oh,
even if
yeah.
you can't get them, then it would be much more of a blow to your ego. See, saying you can't get a rich husband is not that big a blow to your ego because they're rare. There are not that many of them. But if you can't get a guy who's a plumber, would you marry a plumber?
No.
Why?
Oh, plumber?
Yeah, a
Yeah, yeah.
plumber.
As long as you have a good job, and of course, first of all, it's not just about the money that I want into a
But you said a
guy.
high value man. That's a
I
man who
also,
makes a lot of money. That's
because you mentioned like the average man now. Yeah. So I
right.
don't
But do
really,
you,
I'm
okay, so
confused.
let's start here. You're picky, but that's fine. But do you want to have to work after you're pregnant?
I hope not.
Ma'am. So you want a man who's making a lot of money so you don't have to work.
Yes.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Why would he pick you when he can go get a beautiful young woman? Seriously. I don't
Yeah.
understand why so many of you women think you deserve to not have to work. I mean,
Maybe I'm too ambitious maybe for that.
no, you're delusional.
Okay.
And so you want to spend other people's money. Ma'am, you're a freaking nanny. You're not a rocket scientist. You take
Yes.
care of other people's kids.
Okay.
But you think you should have a rich husband?
I Even I am nanny, I also have some passion
I don't
that,
care. What do men judge women on?
right.
What do
Okay.
we judge what do men around the world judge women on? Do we care about your passion?
No.
Do we care about your ambition?
No.
What do we care about?
They care about uh, physical and
We care about your
fitment,
looks. We care about the way you
looks,
look, your
and
youth.
age.
Yes. And
So
you know,
so
and you know this, ma'am, and you're 40. You're in
yes.
midlife. Too old. If you were in the Philippines dealing with a
Yes.
matchmaker, they would tell you they wouldn't even take you on as a client because you're too old for marriage.
Right.
After age 27, matchmakers stop taking women, especially in Asian countries.
Yes.
So just because you live in
So
Canada doesn't change the fact that you are 40 years old,
right.
average looking.
So I should stop my delusion.
Well, you should start therapy. You should actually start counseling and therapy because if you're being honest with me, the level of
Yes.
delusion here is incredible. It's like you
Okay.
are not even touching reality. And I'm
Okay.
trying to talk to you to try to understand why you are so full of yourself. I mean, I can understand if you at least had a PhD
I'm a
or
PhD.
or you had like a high earning career or you had something. You're a nanny.
Yes.
That would be like a dude that works at Starbucks thinking he should date models.
Okay.
You should go to get therapy to go check out what's ever going on with you and then go for a better quality of life. Because honestly, if you're being honest with me, it sounds like the average guy you would get, you sound like you'd really be a hard time on him. You wouldn't appreciate him.
Okay.
So woo. Don't know what's going on with that one. Look, ladies, look, the first caller. You ladies are going to have to, well, turn off freaking Instagram and all these rappers and telling you that you deserve a Birkin bag and a Bentley. What? The last caller, I really believe that she thought she was hotter than an 8. When you're I mean, you're like a 5 or 4-5 on a good day. But not being able to look at a man, I just, All right, but back to the original thing. Zoe, ladies, the problem I was having with Zoe is she knows better. Her heart's in it because she's a dog. She owns a dog walking business. But you ladies still have to ask yourself, how are you going to get around this if so many men don't own dogs? It's not because it's called man's best. A dog is called man's best friend, not woman's best friend, man's best friend. Well, if men, especially men who live in cities, don't own dogs, you got to ask yourself, why do so many men not own dogs and 2 or 3 times more women do own dogs? It's not like you love them more. It's that they are taking the place of a relationship. This is where a family should be. Man and kids. A dog is a family pet. The old tropes you see in media are a man on the prairie with his horse and his dog, but no woman, a horse and a dog, man. When, or in popular culture, when you see a dog, it is a family pet. But in the last 30 years or so, people have started injecting pets into romantic comedies, ladies. And this is why so many of you ladies have been programmed to think, oh, I can do Sex in the City and go buy a dog and it's cute and I can stick it in a purse. And all that's fine and dandy when you're around your girlfriends. I see it all over Atlanta. Women with these little purse dogs and such and so forth, you know. But I don't see any wedding rings. When I look at a woman with a dog, I look to see if I see a wedding ring. And 90% of the time, I don't. So why do so many of you ladies have dogs? And just like she was saying earlier, many times you got them when you got them when you were with a boyfriend, or you got them you got it because you needed companionship or safety. Living by myself, it's dangerous. Okay, all these things I understand, but what happens when that special guy comes along? Are you willing to risk a relationship? And so many women are like, well, he wasn't the right guy anyway. That's bull crap. So now here's the reason that I was so direct with the last caller. Because when you ladies call in here talking about you want a high value man, and what you're basically saying, you want a guy who has money so you don't have to work. I'm looking at you like, well, you know why I get so direct is because you want a man so you don't have to work. And I'm saying, is he getting back what he wants? It'll be different if you ladies who are calling in who are like 40, like her, if she was drop dead gorgeous. If she was a straight up, if I could put her on the screen and everybody was like, yeah, that's an 8, then go for it. But what you're really asking for, ladies, is you're asking for men, you're asking for guys to take a bad deal, an unfair deal. You want a man to go out here and make something of himself, have to compete and everything else, and then get you, who's a Honda Civic, when he should be driving a Mercedes. You're looking for suckers, and I'm never going to condone that.
This conversation shows us something really uncomfortable, but true. We've started thinking that being independent means being happy. The caller says she's fine being single. No kids, no pets, barely any friends. But as Kevin asked her more questions, you could see she wasn't really free. She was just disconnected. And when you're disconnected for too long, you end up isolated. The ancient Stoic philosophers would say, this is where you need to be smart and think ahead instead of ignoring reality. Everything in life, families, friendships, even nature itself, works better when things are connected and people take care of each other. When we ignore that and act like we don't need anyone, we end up paying for it by being lonely. Kevin brought up something from Japan called kodokushi, which means lonely deaths. When people die alone and nobody finds them for days or weeks. He wasn't trying to scare her, he was showing her where this path actually goes. When a whole society is full of people with no real relationships, no family, and no community, everyone suffers. It's good to want your own space and freedom, but the real question is, what's it costing you? A life where you only think about yourself and don't have real purpose, or people who depend on you, ends up feeling empty. And when you get sick or old, or when everything gets quiet, that loneliness hits hard. Here's the main point. Being independent isn't bad. Not being prepared is. If you want to live alone, make sure you have people checking on you. Talk to people every day. Stay connected to something bigger than yourself. And if you want a relationship, don't push people away just because you're scared. Because the real tragedy isn't dying alone. It's living your whole life and never letting anyone really know you. If this video made you think, hit that like button and subscribe for more real talk about life, relationships, and the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Drop a comment and let me know. Do you think being independent is overrated or is it just misunderstood? I'll see you in the next one.